Disclaimer: all information is taken from open sources and is publicly available. Links are in the description. This woman can be characterized as highly experienced, or what is called age-old. A woman who has gone through many different situations during the course of her life, has been through fire, water, and copper pipes, and now knows everything, knows how to do anything, experienced it all. She perceives herself as sort of an old lady at any age and with any number of life experiences. And this inner feeling of hers immediately transfers to a person with whom she comes into contact. He immediately feels that in front of him is a person wise from experience. It is also possible to say the following about this woman: young and old alike, meaning that when in such a deeply wise state, an elderly person becomes like a child, again begins to perceive the world in a very childlike way, without show, bustle, etc. This does not at all imply any kind of senile dementia, which is commonly called falling into second childhood. No, on the contrary, the consciousness of such person is so clear and sharp that specifically this quality makes the impression that she's an absolutely wise woman who gained knowledge of everything a long time ago, and is now contemplating the world and events in it as they are. A woman who knows the true value of things and phenomena of the world. This woman looks at the world around her with clear eyes, simply fixating everything that happens in it, and as if mirroring it. All of her reactions to events are, on the one hand, childlike natural, and on the other hand, wise and calm. Naturally, being so wise, this woman is an instructress for everything and for everyone. Who, if not she, knows better what action someone must take, what he or she should do or say, and when? In essence, the considered person is a general manager who single-handedly guides, superintends, plans, and controls everything. She can be compared with an administrator at a hotel. On the one hand, it is immediately obvious who is behind the wheel here, and on the other hand, it seems unclear for what purpose, because each person who lives or works in a hotel is his own master and seeks to do as he sees fit. However, when such an administrator suddenly disappears somewhere, then at once it becomes clear to everyone who was the one who held everything together, because without this managing, directing force, everything starts to go down, and chaos and confusion begin at that hotel. This person manages quite measuredly, without a hurry. She's not rushing anywhere, does not create tension by her dictate, does not yell and stomp her feet. She leads a person to wherever she sees fit, quietly, calmly, and gently. Even if she's not in the best physical shape, old, weak, and sick, even then her management style is always quite firm. Sometimes it is said about such people: one surprisingly cannot sleep upon your dainty cot. That is, she takes the governing into her hands, while she wears, so to speak, flannel gloves. She does not need to prove anything to anyone. She already knows that everything will be as she wants, and that it is. This woman intuitively knows what needs to be done, where and when to be, and she organizes the space around her in such a way that she can always keep up without having to rush. In principle, she has no strategy or tactics for actions. She herself is strategy as well as tactics. She simply makes a decision, acts, and gets a result quietly and peacefully. She is a commander who confidently leads an army. This woman knows how to firmly express her thoughts. However, in spite of her firmness, she always considers her opponent, treats him with respect, and uses only civilized forms of communication. She is always ready to consider circumstances of another person, ready to listen to them and take them into account. This woman constantly puts herself in someone else's shoes, showing compassion and care. She is able to caringly go into all the details that relate to another person. How did you sleep? On which side? What did you have for lunch today after salad? And was your drink with or without caffeine? She is very attentive to other people, shows them compassion and limitless participation in their affairs and in their lives. A characteristic peculiarity of this individual is that she always seeks to make people with whom she communicates trust her greatly, and she is willing to behave in a way that sooner or later will cause their trust. In general, she believes that full value communication between people cannot occur without trust. This person is convinced that caring for another person significantly develops all kinds of interpersonal relationships, helps them develop, enriches and bonds them, and this specifically strengthens all kinds of kinship and friendship ties. This woman is a very observant person in relation to other people, as well as to the world around her. She is ready to sacrifice her personal interests, preferences, time, and energy in order to arrange or organize something for other people. If you enjoyed the brief overview and would like to get a complete description of this or any other person, you can do so at www.humanpopulationacademy.org.